Hey guys, M4J here, and welcome back to the Jeffries Network here on OpenTTD. Let me get on the right window. Here we go. Right. Between last episode and this episode, I went and started a new service, this one, between the new big station that we built, all the way down over here, which has been renamed. It is now called Drentborn Rotire? I think it's Retire. Apparently it's Italian for rail. I haven't actually confirmed that. I'm putting a lot of trust there. That was suggested by... Let me get it up on my phone. If the app will load. There we go. David Pasquale suggested that one. He's also added some other suggestions to the list. Also got a comment from George De Silva saying, love the videos, looking forward to seeing the Flow Legend episodes, which is what today is going to be. Did you hear about the Northern Powerhouse rail routes? Now, as far as I'm aware, there's no breaking news on that subject. The Northern Powerhouse is the plan to cross the Pennines between, I think it's between Liverpool and Hull, via Manchester and York and Leeds and Sheffield, that kind of thing. High Speed 3 is one of its nicknames. The Northern Powerhouse is one of the other nicknames. And there are plans to link it to High Speed 2. They've also started work on the Northern Powerhouse. The Ordsall Curve in Manchester, the one that's cut off the Museum of Science and Industry, that's part of the Northern Powerhouse. It means all Trans-Pennine routes will run via Manchester Victoria rather than Piccadilly. Actually, I think it'll run via both, but it will loop around that way anyway. So it's interesting. I'm not 100% sure what the confirmed routes are, or if they even have been confirmed, but it's an interesting prospect. I'm always interested in new rail routes being built, and it's certainly one to keep an eye on. I do feel there is a heavy bias towards London. It could be argued that that's because the general populace has grown in London considerably over the last 10 years, and therefore things like Crossrail and Thameslink and Crossrail 2 are necessities. But I do think there needs to be an investment up north as well. So it's good to see that that's happening. Anyway, this train, it runs between Retire and Kingston Hatton Parkway, which is on the Western Reaches line, and it runs there via Denston. Now here's quite interesting because the top speed on the fast lines here is 160 miles an hour. These trains that we're using, these are the Class 180 Adelantes. Their top speed is only 125 miles per hour. So on this section here, the train actually runs on the slow lines. Would you ever imagine we'd be talking about slow lines with 125 mile per hour top speed? Who knew? But we are, and that's what's happening here. So at Portfield, the switchover happens. Train comes in here, stops, goes forward, switches over, and then goes up to top speed again. The train runs via Denston, as I said. Actually runs into Denston and out again. This little link line here, I'm considering only really using it for freight, and all passenger trains will go into Denston and reverse. We will see about that. But that's not today's episode. Today's episode we're going to zoom out. And there's a very good chance the game's going to crash, because I haven't tried this out yet to see how well this will work. But I'm going to make a new spreadsheet. Let's do it like this. Now this could end up being a bit of a mess. I'm kind of making it up on the fly. But I'm going to look at the big stations all around the map. And I'm going to say which station, the name of the station, sorry, and then which stations the majority of passengers want to go to, including the numbers. And that should help us, in the next episode, create new services that will serve all of those passengers. So we're probably going to go in order. I'm not 100% sure exactly how this is going to work, as I say. I'll give it a name and then we'll get going. Cargo flow my laptop is going really slow. I think it needs an update, so I might do that between episodes as well. Cargo flow, passengers. Okay, so we're going to have station name, and see, that's not going to work there, is it? We'll put that right, we'll put that here, and then we'll grab, we'll do it like that. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but trust me, it's really good watching. Right, station name, destinations. Now here I'm going to grab this and I'm going to drag this all the way along. I'm going to do, let's say, the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do the top 10 destinations for each station. So here I need to merge these cells, and I always forget how to merge cells on Google. It's one of these. There it is. Merge cells. Right. And then the text I want centered. Cool. And then finally I want to zoom down like this. And again, I know you can't see what I'm doing right now, but it's all good stuff, I promise you. Okay. Let's turn on the legend. Oh boy. I did say it was going to be a sea of red, although interestingly there's some green here. I think actually what I've done there is do none, and then we'll switch on passengers. There we go. Right. Look at Guard City. That's mental. Speaking of Guard City, actually the game isn't going as bad as I thought it would. Zooming in a little bit, perhaps. So, as you can see, pretty much out of GSG it's all thick lines. It's all thick lines. And they're all thick red lines. So we're going to select GSG. We're going to open this up. And we're going to have a look and see where the majority of these people want to go. Or at least the first 10 categories where these people want to go. So, station name, Guard City, St. George. Destinations. Preston seems to be a popular one. Preston. Gronwell Superior, I saw was there. I should say as well, I'm not going to include the to any station because, I mean, that literally means anywhere. So the 1,300 people that want to go to any station could also go to Preston. If the first train arrives is going there, that's where they'll go. Bart Hill. Okay, Sontown. Raining Hall. Prodeston Bay. Munfing Way. Plint Bridge. Parkway. Where is Plint Bridge Parkway? I can't believe I've forgotten that, but apparently I have. Oh yeah, duh. First station north. Right, Plint Bridge Parkway, Wonston Kylestra. And finally, Druntburg. Okay. So that's GSG done. I'm just going to resize some of these boxes. I will put a link in the description to this sheet as well, just in case there are people out there that want to see it. So that's GSG done. We'll close that. Now I'm going to avoid doing ones like GSC, because there aren't actually that many people waiting there anyway, and it's only served by the overground. So logically speaking, you can get a train from GSC, a couple of connections later you're at GSG. I think the next one I'll do is GSMI, because again that has a lot of passengers waiting. This one looks like it's going to be a little bit nicer to do. Sort of. I hope so. Right. God City St. Michael. Top 10 destinations are Aberhead Cross, Ploffingberg, Sunningbury bus station. Now here's going to be interesting, because obviously we can't go to the bus station, so we're going to have to go to the next nearest station. I'll worry about that later though, so for now I will just put Sunningbury bus station. I think the nearest station to that is Fort Flunwood. Funingley South, Hatfield Town South, Riverside Central, Wenfingfield Transfer, Wenfingfield West. Tells me we need to run more services to Wenfingfield. Letford, alright, and the final one says Wenfingfield Station 5409. No, that's a vehicle. Where's Wenfingfield Station 5409? Apparently it's here. Alright, hang on. Stations. This is a big list as well. Oh, the lag. The lag is real. Right the way down the bottom. Wenfingfield Station 5409. I know it's a bus station. I want to select it. There. Right, Wenfingfield High Grove. We'll call it that. Okay, so if I now click this, it should update, and has. So Wenfingfield High Grove. Okay. Next, GSP. The lesser of the two main stations on the west side, but actually has more passengers waiting, which I think is always quite interesting. Although, funny enough, not many of these passengers actually want to go outside Guard City. Call it that. I think I've spelt hyacinth wrong. Let's use a flower name that I can spell, shall we? Probably spelled that wrong as well. Okay, I think all of these then are pretty good. So, Guard City St. Peter. The first one is Great Winfield Dandelion Street. Okay, then West Bank Docks, which you can get to, I believe, from GSP via the boats. Woolworth, Brinwell City West, Wenfingfield University NC, Preston, again, this is good news, Plindhead, Sunningbury Bus Station, Mondham, which is one of the new stations, I believe, and finally Petborough. Okay. Close that window. So over here there's a lot of green lines actually. GSMA I think is okay. I don't think we need to do any work there. GSJ though I imagine is quite bad. Relatively. 4,000 people. Although again it's quite interesting how it's been spread. The majority wanting to go to GST. Now they can do that on the Metro. So they can also do that actually in a second when I in a second, but in a little bit, in a couple of episodes when I introduce the new services again that run over this bridge, because I don't think, yeah, we don't have the services doing that at the moment. Alright, Guard City St. John. Whoops. Right. And the big ones are Guard City St. Thomas. Henning Hall Junction. Luntborough Hotel, which I'm going to rename. Lost the view, there we go. Luntborough. Tuningly Estelle. One Town. Fretston. Fort Fruntown. Grundingston Bay Valley, which again I think, yep, I can rename. So Grundingston Bay. Wonton Hillside. Whoops, don't want to rename that. What location? I don't know, you can check coverage actually, that's quite cool. Wonton Hillside, which I think, is that an HLR station? It's not. Yeah, I think I did name that one myself. And Reborn. Okay, that's GSJ done. Now, I think that's all the main guard city stations bar Bartholomew Square, which doesn't have that many passengers waiting anyway, so I won't worry too much about that. We could look at Guard Lake as well, I suppose, because I'll have a fair few people waiting. But then it looks like the majority of that is within Guard City. Stillington Overground, Pier 18, Queen's Park, Charwood, Riverside, Portston Pier, Guard City, Rinston Airport. They're all within Greater Guard City. So I think I'll leave Guard Lake. So the next one I'll look at to see if it needs doing will be Plint Bridge. Yeah, it's 2,000 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I should have put the numbers in as well. Should have put the numbers in. Oh well. Plint Bridge Parkway. Okay, top destinations: Warnbridge Airport, Guard City Great Windfield Airport, is it Wintfield? Yeah, Wintfield Airport. Prodston Bay. Whoops. Again, if you're reading this after the episode's gone out and you're noticing the spelling mistakes, particularly if there's a missing O or an E, it's not me, it's my keyboard. Which made my... if anyone's following me on Twitter, you've seen I've been posting loads of blog posts recently. It's part of a university project. It's made that a lot of fun, with the keyboard not working properly. Alright, Prinny North, Fendhatton. Why has the mouse gone there? There. Fendhatton. Little Binningbury East. Plinhill. Wadston Scrapyard, but I think I'll rename that to just Wadston. Wadston. And Grudingworth Falls. Okay, that's Plint Bridge Parkway. That's the first main station out of GSG. Now I'm going to do the first main station out of GSMI, which is... technically it's Wenfingfield, so we'll go over to Wenfingfield. I mean, there is this place here as well, Bendinghead, which I think, do some trains stop here? Some of the APT stop here? No, they all do in future. I do have a plan on how to get more trains out on the Western Reaches line. Alright, Wenfingfield, which has not that many passengers waiting actually. But there is a lot of destinations. So we will do Wenfingfield. Wenfingfield Western. Okay. Pladborough, which I think is on the coastal line. I think it is. Warnbridge Airport, which is interesting that there's a lot of people that want to go there from Wenfingfield. Wenfingfield station number 5375, which is that one by the looks of it. Just call it Star Place. our place. Portston Town, which sounds more like a football club than a station, but there you go. Wenfingfield Station number 5374, which looks to be not that one, this one. Yep, 5374. Wenfingfield, Frome Avenue. I am literally pulling names out of my backside right now. Wenfingfield, Frome Avenue. Okay, Grinbourne Yards. Chunston West. It's not a particularly pleasant sounding name either, but there you go. Kinningpool Falls. Kenville Airport. And finally, Chindingwell Shoreside. That's the 10 there. I think I've spelled it right, looks like I have. Okay, and then we go to the first big station out of GSP, which is going to be Guard City Great Winfield Airport. And again, lots of different stations. Chundington Dairy. Is that this one? No, it's Chundington. Chundington Dairy. Okay, we'll keep that one in. Then if it's a bus stop. Guard City Great Winfield Airport. Okay, and the first is Chundington Dairy. Then it's Tenpool. Then it's Woolworth. Then it's Prathingway Recycling Depot. I have a feeling this is all part of... Yep. Very interesting that there is 204 passengers that want to go to the depot here. No passengers wanting to leave. It's got a good bus service. Relatively good bus service. Prathingway Builders Yard. Is that a station? No. Bus stop. Prathingway Builders Yard then. We'll keep that name. Is there an apostrophe in builders? No. It's whether or not the yard belongs to the builder, or whether it's just a builder's yard. Chundington Iron Ore Mine. I have to name that. Rename that. Chundington Mine. And then Chundington Exchange, I saw was next. Chading Hall Central. Plintbridge Parkway. And finally, Wraithingley. Okay. So that was GSP. Now it's the first big station out of GSJ, which is Renston Interchange. Let's scooch over there now. Renston over here. Yep, lots of people. Good, good. Orenston interchange. Henninghall Junction. Hatwood. Be interesting to see where that is. Bankside Central. Bartholomew HLR. Bunhattan. Tainingbury Airport. Slanville East. Nuthall Suburban. Praffing Bridge North. And finally, Renningston. Okay. So now the next big station after GSG. I admit this is a strange order I'm doing it in. I should have just done the whole line in one go. But there you go. It means we get a nice variety. So there's Plint Bridge. Here. The next big station is right the way up past Don'tborough. Well, I will do a quick check on Don'tborough. 1,400. We might do that as a subsidiary station. The next station we're going to do is here. Punfingford. Which hasn't appeared yet on our list, which is very, very interesting. Guard City Punfingford Airport. The first of the Guard City airports, but arguably the one that's furthest away. Brendington Indigo Junction. Neffingberg Springs. Great Ranwell. Renston Interchange. Nuntbourne Bridge. Buding Hall. Scentfield. Marlborough Bauxite Mine. Where's that? Might just change that to Marlborough. Marlborough. Drentborough. And finally, not Pradtown Hotel, just Pradtown. Is this on the overground? It is. Hopefully then, it's already called Pradtown on the map. If that's part of the overground service is actually going on the map. I don't know. I haven't actually heard about the map for a while. I'm assuming all is well, Reedy. He hasn't said there's been any problems, so it sounds like it's all good. Right, that's the next GSG one. Now we're going to shoot over... God, this game. The lag. I can't complain about the game. I mean, I have flooded this game with so much stuff. Moningpool Falls. The next big station. Right. Wanningpool Falls. Munbridge. Slenwell Ridge. Mewood. Chuntborough Woods. Where's Chuntborough Woods? You're now just called Chuntborough. Okay, Chindingwell Shoreside. Seston Builders Yard. We're going to rename you as well to just Seston. There we are. Shoot back over here. Seston. Honley Market Grain Mill. We're going to have to rename you as well. God, this is a slog, isn't it? These all seem to be on the... Oh. Do we already have a Honley Market? Not there. Where do we already have a Honley Market? That's funny. Oh, there. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. This will have to be Honley Market Mill then. Fair enough. Fair enough. Honley Market Mill. Okay, Gartfield. Like the cat, but with a T. Bad Hatton Bridge. And finally, Funfing Bridge. Okay, next big station out of GSP, which is Woolworth, which is over here. Which actually isn't that busy. So I'm going to leave out Woolworth. The next major station is Plindham Junction, where there is lots of people. Plindham Junction, which is quite a big junction station now. Certainly grown a lot. Prindhatton Springs Heights is the first one, which can just be changed to Prindhatton Springs. Okay, Waning Head Brewery, which again can just be Waning Head. Waning Head. Bad Hatton Bridge. Slaningwell West. Seston. Safingly. Frenningston. Mewood. Honley Market Mill. the lowercase a, preferably. There we go. And finally, another Wenfing field that needs renaming. Fantastic. 5415. Okie dokie. Which has a lot of passengers waiting, actually. Wenfing field. North Lane. Might as well call it that. Okay. And then the next big station after GSJ, which is Henninghall Junction. Or Henninghall Junction. Which is a long ways this way. There. A lot of people? 1,000 people? That's quite a bit, I suppose. No, it is Henninghall. Alright, Henninghall Junction. Wanborough. Fort Flonwood Station, blah blah blah, 5493. Fort Flonwood. Star Lane. My creativity isn't there today. My priorities lie elsewhere. Fort Flonwood, Star Lane. So I need people to name bus stops for me, because apparently I can't. Great Trooningville. Okay, Hunway HLR. Oops. Pafingway on C, which I can almost guarantee is not on the sea. Nut Hill City Centre. Waterways. Rinwood Hardware Store, which is just going to be Rinwood. Let me change this one. Rinwood. Buntborough. And finally, Drenninghead West. Okay. Shall I continue? I can do a couple more, I suppose. So the next big station out of GSG is Honningville. Which is all the way up here. Right up in the northern extreme. Again, not that populated. I'll skip out Honningville then. So the next one I'll do will be Warnbridge. Yeah, loads of people at Warnbridge. Okay. Warnbridge Airport. First up, Linfingfield. Then Trundinghall. Then Waningbury North. Nudhall, which is a metro station, I believe. Floodingville Grain Mill. Which could probably be renamed. I suppose we'll keep it as Grain Mill. We'll keep it as Grain Mill. Floodingville Grain Mill, and then Floodingville. we can kill birds with stones if we manage to get that served better. New Gruberg Central. Wenfingfield North. And Fort Flonwood, but not Parkway. Gotta remember that. And then Floodingville Petrol Station, which we're definitely going to change. Petrol Street. Okay, so that's Warnbridge. The next big station out of GSM-I, Morningpool Falls is here. The next big one is actually all the way up here at Sunnington. Sunnington. So first up is Reborn. Then it's Wenfingfield Station number 5413. Which I'm going to call Station Road. Because it's on a road that goes to the station. Fort Grainingworth Falls Recycling. Yeah, that's getting renamed. Fort Grainingworth Falls. Renston Interchange. Mewood. Planville Quarry. But they're passengers from Mewood. This really should be called Movingpool. Right, Movingpool. Condom West. Sudingston. Pullham Grain Mill. Which again, I'm just going to rename Pullham East. East. And finally Tradwood. Okay, next big station out of GSP. That's an interesting one actually. So there's Guard City. There's Plindon Junction. So the next big station would be probably over here, Sunnington. Yeah. Wardston. Genbourne Recycling Depot. Please tell me we can change that. We can. To Genbourne. Fort Flonwood Star Lane. Let me just change the name of this one as well. Right, Fort Flonwood. Star Lane. Fort Flonwood. What was it? Northern Heights. I think that's the right one, was it? Oh no, 5511. This one. Fort Flonwood North Road. Okay. Hafingford. Grudtown. Wanningbury South. Buntbourne Town. Saunton. And finally, not Fort Flonwood Builders Yard, unless it's alright, yeah, Fort Flonwood Builders Yard. Okay, so that was the GSP one. Now we've got to do the GSJ one, and this will be the last one we do in this episode. So there's Henning Hall. So the next big station, I think, they come down here, down here, down here, and at this point the Javelins and the third rail trains join as well. You can see these are all relatively empty stations. And the lines are pretty green actually. It's only when we get to here that they're red. I think this has... yeah, it only has 2 services currently calling at it, and not actually that many passengers waiting, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Is this a big station? Main station. It's got 700 people waiting, but plenty of services already, so we'll leave that. I think the next big station here is Drenningham East. And sure enough, I think even the Javelins stop here, they do, and all the cross-country trains do as well. Cool. Drenningham East. Right, Great Trooningville. Sontown. Chindingwell Shoreside. Padingham. Marston. Mr. Marston. Rudworth. Sarnway. Flindingstone Bay. Prinley. Just Prinley? Yeah. And Prinley Hill. Okay. So that just about does it for the first part of this sort of 3-part episode. We've gone through and we've found all the major stations, or at least the first of the major stations. There are plenty more, like there's Beffingway and there's Denston and there's Gronwell, all the big stations like that. We will come to those. I'll probably do these in sort of installments, and then alter services to serve those stations as and when necessary. Now at the moment I've just got a big table of station names. No real guide at all. So, off camera, between this episode and next episode, I'm going to go and I'm going to mark each one on the table. Let me turn off this for now. There we go. Suddenly my game is playable again. I'm going to go and color code all of these depending on line or area. What I mean by that is, if it's a station on the Guard City Metro, doesn't matter what line it is, it'll just be a single colour. If it's a station on the Guard City Overground, it'll also be a single colour. Same with the HLR. And if it's a bus station within Greater Guard City, it will be a single colour. Each line after that will have its own colour. So the Northwest trunk line will have a colour, the Northeast trunk line will have a colour, the Northern Valleys route, which I think is what this is going to be called, the line that runs over here. I think this will be the Northern Valleys route, which I think is quite a nice name because it runs across lots of valleys. And it also means that this heritage line here can be the valley line. Maybe. I'm still not 100% happy with this, to be honest. I mean, it kind of works. It does kind of work. I don't think it's going to make us much money. Pretty sure the ratings are going to be pretty poor as well. So these are all going to be colours. I'm going to set up another sheet actually as well with the names of these routes so I can keep track. But yeah, we're going to colour code all of these, and then next episode we're going to start planning services that can serve all of these new routes that we now know are necessary. Should also point out that if let's say the Western Reaches line, let's say I colour it some greeny colour. I will put a legend on this this sheet as well so you can see. Let's say I do it some greeny colour. If I then decide that the bus stations... Hang on, sorry, let me start again. If the Western Reaches line is a greeny colour, then any bus station within Fort Flonwood would also be that green colour. So essentially it means if I run a train on the Western Reaches line... Did I say Fort Flonwood? I meant Wenfingfield. If the Western Reaches line is green, then any bus stations within Wenfingfield or within Monningpool Falls or any sort of town that is on the Western Reaches line will also be that green colour. So what that means is if I run a train to Wenfingfield, chances are I will saturate the demand for going to all the bus stations around Wenfingfield as well. That's the plan. Hopefully it works. We don't know yet. Fingers crossed firmly on that one. But I will go away and colour code all of these. I might also redo the table a little bit so it looks a bit nicer. Might change some of the font so it stands out a bit more. I'm not 100% sure yet. But if you go onto the link that I'll leave in the description, you will be able to check this out. Hopefully by the time this video goes live I'll have finished colour coding the first parts of this particular route. I'm recording this on the Wednesday, so I should finish this off the Wednesday and then actually do my Planet Coaster stream this evening. But you guys would have missed it by the time you're watching this episode. But you can always go and watch it on the channel next week. Anyway, I'm digressing. So when we come back next time, we will start planning services. This is a very long-winded process, I realise. It's something that people have asked me to do. It's something that people have asked me to do for a long time. I know I've only mentioned it recently, that people have asked me about doing the cargo flow, but it is something that's been mentioned a lot. It's also something I've been thinking about a lot, because I do know that cargo flow is very, very important. Like you look at Honingville, there's 1,000 passengers that are just sitting here. This is wasted money. If they're not going anywhere, then it's just wasted money. So we will go ahead and do that. The reason I didn't do Honingville on this list, because chances are if a train comes through Honingville, it's going to pick up all the passengers that are waiting here anyway. In terms of the destinations, there are a couple of differences, like Farbridge is on here. There's a couple of Wenfingfield ones, Little Prunton, I haven't seen that before. Woodside is also on here, but they're minimal. The only real big one here is the 385 to Taningbury. But what I was considering doing was this line here currently terminates here at Narfingburg Springs. I was considering putting a bay platform here for terminating services, but actually building a set of tunnels that come through underneath here to Launceston, and then have the line curve around and somewhere over here connect up with the Northern Valleys line. So we have a full connection as well, because we have the southern connection here that goes through Honningville, runs up to the north, and then we can actually run trains maybe in a circuit that go via Honningville, and that will also increase the saturation. Okay, I think I have talked enough. This has been a very long episode. How long has it been? Over an hour. There you go. It has been a long episode then. Next episode is probably going to be just as long, and the episode after that is probably going to be just as long as well. The good news is I have no uni deadlines now until January, so I've given myself a week off uni work, which means I can solidly record OpenTTD and other series. So, with that in mind, thank you very much guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support, and until next time, I will see you soon.